So I'm just having a little clean out underneath this scuttle panel. Don't look like it's ever been cleaned out in its life. It was full of mud and grime, so I've cleaned that up and it's come up nice. And luckily I've got a replacement scuttle panel to replace the old crusty one that looked like it'd been full of polish. So this is the scuttle panel I just removed off. You can see how rank it was. So I managed to find a nice one, and this one ain't got no sticker on it. So I found a new one. You can see how clean this one is. And it's got the original sticker in mint condition as well, so that'll look good on the car. So that looks much better. This one's like new. What else I did is I changed these washer jets for insignia ones. So I replaced these standard ones, which is like a twin. They're very poor spray pattern, and I've got these ones in there now. As you can see, it's a completely different design. So I'm lucky enough to have a friend that works at Vauxhall, and I appreciate him always supplying me the parts that I need. So a lot of these parts are very hard to get hold of because you can't buy them anywhere other than a main dealer. So I just made another order, and these are the crappy ones that come off the car. You can see how good the brand new ones look. So we've got some nice new bits to go on the car. These are all like bits that you just can't buy from the shop. Just silly brake line clips, you know, you've got brand new bolts, sensors, gaskets. I mean, when you buy this gasket in the set from, say, Victor Ryan's, it's not a composite gasket like that. It's normally just a piece of paper gasket, and it's nowhere near as good. This one's got like a metal inside it that crushes down, and the others are just paper and they leak. So just little things like that. You've got this, which is a bung, and I'll show you where this goes, because most of the Z20lets and Z20lehs do not have these now. None that I work on do anyway, so I'll show you that. So that bung I just showed you, that's where it goes. So it's a hole in the side of the block that's used for an inspection for the flywheel, and if you leave that open, then all water and dirt and crap gets into the bell housing of the gearbox and gunks up your clutch. So go out there and have a check, make sure you've got one in your car, and if you haven't, I can supply them, and if not, I can give you the part number. So get out there and check. So that's what it looks like when it's got no bung in it. You can see straight through the flywheel, and you don't want all the road grime getting in there, do you? So these are the brake lines that run down the underneath of the car. You see the state of them. I wasn't going to put these back on, they was rotten. See how nasty they are. So luckily, I managed to find myself a set of old stock brand new ones. So these are going to look nice on the car, and no corrosion. So while the wipers are off, I thought I'd give them a little spruce up. So I'm going to give them a bit of a paint up because they're faded. There's no point in putting them back on like that. So just primed up the wipers, going to leave them overnight to dry, and I think I'm going to do them satin black, and so I've got some satin lacquer in there as well. So these are ready to be popped back on, looking a bit better than they did. It's amazing what a little bit of paint can do. So I thought I'd fit some bonnet lifters to the car. It makes it a lot easier to work under the car when you don't have to have a pole down the middle, and you can get a bonnet right up in the air. My silver car has got a fiberglass bonnet, so I can't use these. They'll just crack the bonnet. So a little quick rundown of the engine. It's basically Z20let, as you find in the car normally. I've totally rebuilt every single part of it with as much brand new stuff as I can. Pretty much the head and the block is the only bit I didn't renew, and the crank. Crank's been fully polished. It's got VXR pistons, near enough brand new rods, stock rods. It has. I've never designed this engine to go for like 500 horsepower. It was just always going to be a stage 3 car, stage 3.5, so 300, 310, something like that. I left the stock inlet manifold on because I wanted the low down torque for a drivability car, because as I say, it's not going to be a race car, but I have got an EDS manifold if I fancy putting that on in the future. So brand new fuel rail with VXR injectors. I thought I'd pop that off quickly. So yeah, even got the brand new clips for the injectors. can see it's all been painted. But since this engine's been in the car, my mind has changed and I'm thinking about doing other stuff. So I might pull the engine back out, give it a clean up, because you can see where the moisture's got in and the block's started to rust a little bit. So I want to paint that up properly. Try and turn the flash on. You can see how clean it is in there. The head got acid dipped. I kept the exhaust valves because they're sodium filled, but I changed the inlet valves to stainless because the exhaust valves are the ones that you need to keep. It's got brand new cam belt kit as usual, Gates cam belt kit, pulleys, Circoli thermostat. It's got a balancer shaft elite. It's got a brand new Z20let clutch. That gearbox has been rebuilt. Every nut and bolt has been bought from GM, so you can see they're all brand new. So now what with our nice the backs come out and underneath, it's made me really want to start painting up the engine bay. The engine bay is really clean as it is, so it's really only scratch marks from previous owners where they've scratched off a bit of the paint. You can see the rest of it's pretty good condition. And now the back's looking good. I don't know if I should just get on with doing the front as well. So as it gets warmer, I'm going to turn my attention a bit more to things like bodywork. Obviously I want to make the car as clean as possible, no scratches, marks or anything. As you can see that the previous owner of this car fitted aero catches to the side of the bumper, which looked utter crap. So they're going to be removed. These are going to be smoothed over for the number plate recess. I'm not sure whether to put a vinyl black in here yet or leave it red. I don't know what you prefer. It's got the usual damage to the tabs on the side, but they're easy enough to get. And basically I want to keep this bumper because it's GM. I don't want to use a replica bumper, and a brand new GM bumper now is non-existent. I can't get hold of one, so I'm going to have to do this. If you know anyone that's got a really good condition red GSI bumper, I might buy it off them, so let me know. So I just wanted to share with you the extremely high quality of work that this previous guy decided to go into to make this into a track car. Let's not bother cutting this rod down. Let's just leave it in about 4 foot long, so it can, yeah, still going. Yeah, we're out now. And then look at that welding. Yeah, put a nice bit of welding that is. So you can see these are always normally worn on the wings, so I went and bought some brand new ones from GM. They come with everything in this kit. I don't know if you've seen this kit before, but if your bumper's not sitting right on the side of the wings, go and get a new set of these, because it's normally these broken clips. Won't focus in. There you go. Them clips on the side there are normally broken. These are normally seized and rusted up, and you get all the rivets in there with it as well. So get out there, there's the part number for it. So you can go and order one. So that's a bit better. Ground that back out, got rid of that horrible bit of welding. So I'm just going to stick this in a bit of primer, because I'm originally going to take these wings off so I can do this properly, and I can paint behind here because it gets a bit rusty normally on this bracket. So I'm going to stick it in primer, and I'm going to get it off another day and do it. So that's another job done. Ground it back, just stuck it into a zinc primer so it doesn't rust. Still a bit damp out. I'll get it in a lick of red paint on it, flame red, and then I'll be able to put the bumper support back on and it look as good as new. So what do people think on grille choice that I should put on the car? I've just tried in the original Vauxhall grille. I think it looked pretty good, but I've also got an Ermisher grille, I've got a DTM grille, and I've got an Opel grille. So leave a comment, tell me what you think looks better. So you might have noticed that I'd already pulled off both of the side skirts. Originally that was just to make it easier to work on the rear end, and I was going to replace the clips that go along the rear sill. But when I got them off, I noticed how bad the paint job, they look like they've been painted in the past. I'm not sure if this was done with a rattle can or what. You can see how terrible that is. So these ain't going back on until they're resprayed. Now I've been holding off the painting on this car and the bodywork side of it until the spring come, so it's a bit warmer and the paint dries a bit better. Obviously I've done underneath, but the cosmetics on the outside are a lot more important. So when they repainted it in the past as well, I don't even think they matched in the end caps. You can see they're pink and they're flame red. So in the future you're going to see a lot more of me painting and getting rid of any blemishes for the show season that I don't like, and I'll probably bore you with that in other videos.